Hey friends, it's Steve with Hudson Advantage Realty, where we guarantee to sell your home or we'll buy it. As we jump back into looking forward to the 2022 real estate market, I want to remind you where we left off. In our last video, we looked at showing time statistics and compared them from 2017 all the way to today. And what we saw is that although we're seeing demand taper from the peak, we're still far ahead of where we've been historically. Bill McBride from the Calculated Risk gives us some perspective on this. He says, sales non-seasonally adjusted in September were 2.7% below sales in September of 2020. Excluding last September, which was distorted by the delayed selling season, sales were the strongest since 2005. Yes, 2005. So let me ask you a question here. Do you hear anybody talking about how sales are very, very good? Maybe a few, but certainly not a lot. And you're certainly not hearing much of it in the media. Headlines often do more to terrify than clarify. Don't you agree? For example, here's a couple of articles that are out right now. Listen to this. Foreclosures are shooting up. Is this a repeat of the early 2000s housing crisis? That's a headline I think we can expect to hear more of. I've talked about this previously. Foreclosures are up last month according to the data. That statement is factually correct, but compared to what? They're nowhere near where we were in 2019, a more normal market. We should expect foreclosures to be up as the moratoriums due to the pandemic have been lifted. We should expect foreclosures to continue to go up month over month, but nowhere near the volume of what we experienced pre-pandemic. Certainly as we go into 2022, there will be those affected by the pandemic and moratoriums being listed. But those headlines we talked about are just clickbait. We want to reassure you, and we want to make sure we're giving you context. CNBC came out and said mortgage originations will drop 33% in 2022 as interest rates rise according to forecasts. Is the sky falling? No. If you look at the article, what they're actually saying is refinance originations are going to drop drastically. Now here's the key point. Mortgage originations for the purpose of buying a home will rise 9% in 2022. And that makes sense, doesn't it? In a rising interest rate environment, fewer people are going to refinance. The headline doesn't do anything to inform the buyer or lead them down the right path. Next week, we want to look beyond the headlines and help you understand what the data is really showing us. Be sure to subscribe and check out the full series. And as always, your home sold guaranteed or we'll buy it. See you around the neighborhood.